Hello, Etergus Nuts Dragnil here. Today I'm going to do part 2 of What If Luffy Was an Immortal. In the last video, we finished the Fishman Island arc, and the Straw Hats were going to leave the island. I would say that from leaving the island all the way to coming back up, since there's no battle really, everything happens about the same, all the way till they made Lily. The only difference I would give to the point of meeting Lily is that since Luffy is faster, he might actually catch her, or force her to go giant before she did in the anime. Except that throwing her off of the boat would be the same. Sanji jumping to save her would be the same also. Then later explaining everything would probably be the exact same too. Since, except the first part, there's no real battle in that. Everything would have happened the same with the sea and the temperature and everything like that. So no real change up to that point. But the point that would be different is when they go for the plan that Nami did. Luffy goes in the submarine instead of the boat, just like originally, but the difference is that when they get out and that they liberate Lily's father, well, when the Neo Navy would come out of the water and Luffy would blow air, would breathe in to make the Gum balloon, he would probably be, since he's about 1.4 times stronger than in the original, he would probably be able to push Shuzo off a little easier. Just as well as once they start fighting, he would probably be able to be stronger against him and do more damage. In that battle, it's probably going to be a lot easier for Luffy, still not winning because, well, he is strong compared to Luffy, but Luffy would still give a pretty good fight compared to the original. All the way up to the point where the water starts to rise in some place where Nami decides to tell them that they need to get out of there. Everything would happen the same at that point, pretty much, except that Luffy would probably be able to shake off Shuzo pretty much easily compared to what he did in the anime. At some point, I would say that yes, Luffy is stronger than in the original, but mostly the only reason he wins better in this battle is because of his immortality and healing. Since he heals almost instantly from anything, being like 10 seconds and everything's gone, Luffy can pretty much take the hits and continue fighting. So yeah, when they leave, Shuzo does the same. He puts the Viper card on the logs, and Then he fights with the Vice Admiral on the ship and destroys it, and then goes back to leave with the Straw Hats. Everything would happen the same up to the point where they catch up to the Straw Hats, and just like in the original, since they don't have any torpedoes left, well, the other smaller submarines would go and destroy, well, blow themselves up on the reef and on the Straw Hats. The same thing would happen pretty much, since there was, well, Luffy didn't actually do anything at that part. Where it would change is when Luffy and Shuzo start fighting after he gets out of his submarine. And every cheap shot that Shuzo did with his llama gun, well, would pretty much be almost ineffective on Luffy. He would sustain the damage, but then just heal afterward, thanks to the immortality, and after a while, the fight would probably be a lot longer. Lily wouldn't have to be thrown by Usopp for a while until, let's say, Luffy just starts getting exhausted for some reason, since bonds still get exhausted after some time on fighting or not eating for long. Yeah, it's not like a normal human who would become exhausted after a little while, but at the same time, compared to Luffy, Ban is pretty much capable of, well, he has a lot of endurance that he is able to really back up with stealing the strength of others, which make him less exhausted. So compared to that, Luffy would basically become exhausted after a while. So I would say he's just fighting less easily as before. Not as bad as in the anime, but still, so Lily would still jump in the battle, be pushed back, and then thrown by Usopp. The difference this time is that instead of Shuzo using Luffy as a shield to force him to eat her, he would actually trick Luffy, grabbing him and then forcing his mouth open. Which is where the little difference will be. Since he's stronger, and that pretty much nothing actually worked on him since he healed, when Lily actually grows in him, yes, he grows like normal, but this time he's pretty much not hurt at all. So when he does the attack against Shuzo breaks the island when falling in the water, pretty much destroying a big part of it. It's so after Lily and Luffy get back on the ship, pretty much everything happens the same afterward, with Pan-Fry being helped more by Chopper, since he already helped him, but he reopened some wounds. Frankie still builds a new boat for Friend Pie. No, I'm not sure if that's his name. We'll just call him Lily's father. Anyway, we won't see him in the serie after that, since it was kind of a one-time deal. But yeah, so the fishing to get more food afterward, the cooking with Lily's dad, the separation between them, Luffy telling Lily that he wants to be a giant again another time. For that arc is ended right there, and I'm just gonna start for the next arc. You know what? No. This video is a bit short, but at the same time it's because the arc literally wasn't long at all. I don't know when I'm gonna do the next one. All I want to say is thanks for listening. Natsu out.